you are so alone. You're so isolated. There's no one down there waiting for you or going to give you oxygen if you've run out. And I thought, what if I was to go out onto the outer edge of already quite extreme sport? Your eyeballs are at risk of freezing. You are in pitch black darkness for that entire time, and that requires some real mental toughness. I just rock up and dive. Today we're going out from Torquay boat ramp, heading out about 10 kilometers straight offshore in a jet ski. I really don't think about that much. I kind of think about the water conditions, the weather. I'm wondering how good the visibility might be, and I'm thinking about how much I'll enjoy the dive. I have friends and people I compete against who do lots of yoga and meditation, very zen, and I'm the opposite of that. I just rock up and dive. When I dive off the surface, you roll over and you've taken in a huge breath of air. So it means you've got to kick really hard to overcome all the buoyancy. And as you start descending, you kind of, even by you're around 5-10 meters, you're already thinking, ooh, I wish I'd put more air in. And it's just because of the pressure around you. But you forge ahead and you keep diving down. And by the time you get to around 18 to 20 meters, you hit this wonderful spot where the weight of the water above you is now heavier than you are. So it kind of pushes you down. You can stop kicking and you just free fall. Initially, it doesn't feel like the weight of the water is squashing you. You barely notice it. It'll come on like a big bear hug at 30 meters. You'll be like, oh my God, someone is crushing my bloody chest. The first time that happened to me, I remember my brain telling me, you're dying. Hurry up, get back to the surface. And I really panicked. But now when I go past 30 meters, I barely notice it. But I do feel that pressure around the 50 to 60 meter mark still, and it really reminds me that I've got to move slowly, protect my chest, protect my throat, and look after myself at that depth. I still find it a really isolating experience and somewhat claustrophobic. You are so alone, you're so isolated, there's no one down there waiting for you, or it's just you in the open ocean. I can hold my breath for just over 8 minutes. In the ocean, I can dive to 100 meters and back on a single breath of air. And in a swimming pool, I can swim 240 meters on one breath. I picked up freediving when I was 30 years old. I was working as a sports psychologist at the time, and I had all these cool athletes I was working with, and yet I'd never tried any of them myself. I'd never done a sport at their level to know for sure that what I'm teaching you absolutely works. So I thought I'll look around and I'll try to find a sport that has an element of danger or risk. Over the years, my family's seen me go on all sorts of trips. With this dive over in Norway, I think it's harder still. I've got the family back home, wishing me all the best, with me making all the promises and commitments and assurances that I'll be doing it so safely. But even so, it's going to be really hard for them. When I first looked at what the world record was under the ice, I found it was 65 meters. And I thought to myself, why is it so much shallower than the world record away from ice? There's kind of 2 or 3 things that when you put them together, it's a big deal. One of those is obviously the cold and just how that impacts you and trying to stay warm enough to be able to take a good breath of air before you dive. The second thing is just how insanely dark it is down there. The absence of light means that if you're doing a dive that takes over 3 minutes, you are in pitch black darkness with complete isolation for that entire time, and that requires some real mental toughness. We have to travel around about 10 kilometers by snowmobile out onto the frozen fjord. The temperatures will hover between -20 to -25 in the outside air temperature. Under the ice, you're around 0.2 degrees.
Don't fall in the hole.
Not yet.
If you're to take off your mask, your eyeballs are at risk of freezing in those temperatures.
3, 2, 1.
It's instantly pitch black. It's like looking into an oil slick, the complete absence of sunlight.
1 minute.
It's fast.
I'm okay.
The goal I'd like to do after this is actually to go to Antarctica. I hadn't thought it through very well though, so I'm assuming it can be done, but
Congratulations, mate.
but like with freediving, you are so in nature. You know, we're going to be in the water under glaciers and things if we go to Antarctica and swimming with whatever is swimming around us in the ocean. I think it'd be phenomenal.